Is there any limit to Pakistani repair techniques? They can fix a broken universal joint with a lathe and welder. The drive shaft of this truck often made a clanging sound when hauling goods, so it was brought here for an inspection. With his years of experience, the master instantly diagnosed the drive shaft problem, which would need to be removed for a full repair. Disassembling this universal joint requires, first, remove the retaining plate bolts on both ends. Then, gently tap the universal joint yoke so the outer bearing race comes off. Sure enough, one end of the universal joint was broken. Normally, this is a simple fix. Just replace it with a new one. And the price is very affordable. Only 2,000 rupees. But in Pakistan, parts are hard to find. And even when you do find them, you'll wait 10 to 15 days. For vehicle owners, time is money. So here, they'll repair parts instead of replacing them. The master plans to turn a new shaft head from a steel rod and then weld it on. Before starting the repair, the master first took precise measurements of the universal joint with a caliper to get accurate values for the subsequent work. First, remove the oil seal. Then turn the irregular cross-section until it is flat. After turning it flat, a hole is drilled into the cross-section to form a female step. This ensures a more secure joint and simplifies centering. This is a real win-win. With the cross-shaft machine, the master now lathes the shaft head from a steel rod. This end of the shaft head is turned with a male step, forming a male-female joint. Needs a hand saw. After sawing, he uses a caliper to measure and ensure accurate dimensions. Once measured, the master fine-tunes the male step to perfectly match the female step. The tolerance cannot exceed 0.003 of a millimeter, or they won't be concentric during assembly. After lathing is nearly done, the master files it for a smoother finish. To ensure a perfect fit, he measures it again with a caliper after polishing before the final assembly. The joint is so tight, assembly needs a hydraulic press for assistance. The press pushes the pieces together, completing the assembly in under 2 minutes. Next is the welding. Before welding, the master has to secure the universal joint in the chuck and start the lathe to check its run out. Now that it's confirmed, he can start welding. At this point, the master needs to weld while rotating the chuck to ensure every corner of the seam is filled. The master welds in 3 layers, carefully chipping away the slag after each complete pass. After welding, he turns the welded section, shaping it into the shaft head's profile. To guarantee a perfect fit, once the lathing is nearly complete, the craftsman meticulously checks the measurements with a caliper. After confirming it's accurate, he polishes. A file alone isn't smooth enough, so he then uses sandpaper to get the final polish. After polishing, the outline of a brand new universal joint is revealed. Since the grease hole has been blocked, the master has to drill a new one in the center. After drilling the grease hole, reinstall the oil seal, and the repair job is complete. The universal joint looks practically new, with no signs of having been repaired at all. This is more than a repair. It's a total remanufacture. Kudos to the Pakistani master's craftsmanship.